Julian III was looking for a way to honor his grandfather with a bourbon, but he didn't have the right idea or even a name for the label.
I just pulled that picture out of a file in my basement and said, you know, I gotta do something with it.
The first bottle of Pappy appeared in December of 1994, thanks to that sudden discovery.
He's just lighting a cigar, sitting in his office.
Where did that picture come from? Ironically, we found it in a scrapbook given to Pappy by an employee, taken in April of 1959 by Louisville Times photographer Charles Fentress for a newspaper profile. In that article, the 85-year-old Pappy says, quote, "No good bourbon whiskey was ever made north of the Ohio."
So there's smoke all around. It's just a really cool picture. A lot of people think he has a little beard in the photo on the label, but if you look at the black and white picture, the original, you can tell it's smoke.
Julian can trace the moment the Van Winkle business changed when, ironically, a wine magazine gave his 20-year Pappy bourbon a 99 taste rating.
We got a few phone calls from distributors saying, you know, I never heard of your brand, can we carry it?
Pappy and Katie lived in this home off Eastern Parkway from 1914 until their deaths. The family says the two drank one bourbon a night together right up until before he died at age 91.
And she'd say, now Julian, remember the doctor told you he didn't want you to have too much. And he'd say, well, he didn't want me to have too little either.
We're standing just about where Pappy and Nana were dancing, their 50th wedding anniversary, and you can see they must have had a piano right here and other musicians.
Mary Julia Kuhn and her family have lived in Pappy's house since 1976 and say they are still visited by Pappy's wife, who remains a friendly spirit. At least 2 neighbors and a family member have seen the apparition of Nana.
We think she likes us very much. An older lady sitting by the window in a rocking chair with her hair braided and up, and that's how Mrs. Van Winkle wore her hair.
The Van Winkles confirmed that Nana died 3 years after Pappy in the house, in her bedroom.
She was warm and charming and a whole lot of fun.
So the whole vision was her in a rocking chair.
Yes.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
If the word vortex ever applied to anything, it's the bourbon that causes stores to post signs like these and people across the country to stand in line hoping for a chance. Gone 50 years, but no doubt loving every twist of this bourbon tale. The lesson Pappy lived by is still playing out today.
He believed in making fine bourbon. That was his bottom line. And he believed that if you made it right, everything else would take care of itself.